Distinguished guests, friends, and allies, Dakeho. My name is Jenny Wang from the Keep Taiwan Free movement. Keep Taiwan Free is a multi-generational coalition of community activists, primarily based in the New York area, dedicated to spreading awareness about Taiwan's unfair exclusion from the international community and to safeguarding human rights and democracy against the Chinese Communist Party's aggression. Thank you to Dr. Yang Jianli, Citizen Power Initiatives for China, and the organizers of the 15th Interethnic Interfaith Leadership Conference for inviting me to speak today. Today, we gather around our devices to partake in this conference, for the COVID-19 pandemic has forced all of us to adjust to a new lifestyle, a new normal. Although much has changed in the past year due to lockdowns and quarantines, our desire for truth and justice and our commitment to advancing human rights and democracy for all remain just as strong, if not stronger. The Chinese Communist Party constantly claims that Taiwan is a problem, a nuisance, a breakaway province, and that they are determined to solve this so-called Taiwan problem in the coming years. But as we all saw this year, ever so clearly, especially in light of the ongoing pandemic, Taiwan is not a problem. In fact, it is a shining light, a beacon of hope, and truly an island of resilience, as President Tsai has often said. Taiwan, a young democratic country with about the same size population as Australia, with a stable economy and a robust civil society, is anything but a problem. As COVID-19 spread globally, Taiwan has managed to effectively respond to the virus. The country's democratic values, commitment to transparency, and deep respect for human rights all proved to play an instrumental role in combating the pandemic. In addition to protecting people within its own borders, the Taiwanese government has also offered and extended a helping hand to other countries. Yet, despite Taiwan's efforts, it remains excluded from the United Nations and its subsidiary organs. Just last week, when the 73rd World Health Assembly reconvened virtually, Taiwan was not invited to the table to join these important discussions. Perniciously, the 6 letters T-A-I-W-A-N, Taiwan, were at one point filtered and censored from the World Health Assembly's Facebook comments. And this is all because of Beijing's far-reaching influence. It is because of Beijing's false narratives, geopolitical bullying, and political manipulation that the World Health Organization and the United Nations, an international institution that claims to support and believe the dignity of all peoples, no matter from a country large or small, has chosen mere political gains over global health and inclusion. The CCP's well-orchestrated campaign of intimidation and censorship is apparent not only in international institutions, but also in corporations, businesses, Hollywood, and academia, all which actively and willingly aid Beijing's efforts in erasing Taiwan's very existence and remain complicit to the egregious human rights abuses committed by the CCP in East Turkestan, Southern Mongolia, Tibet, and Hong Kong. Taiwan is no stranger to Beijing's tactics. According to the 2019 report to Congress of the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission, Beijing has actively conducted disinformation campaigns in Taiwan, attempting to mold Taiwan's media landscape to be more in favor of Beijing and to interfere in the country's vibrant democracy. Yet, Through open governance and embracing innovation and civil society, Taiwan persevered. We saw in the January 2020 presidential elections in Taiwan, where there was an astonishing 74.9% voter turnout. It was a testament of the Taiwanese people's unyielding faith in democracy and ability to combat the CCP's authoritarian overreach. President Tsai, who has repeatedly rejected Beijing's claims and coercion, was re-elected in a landslide victory with over 8 million votes, setting a new record. Taiwan stood up against Beijing. It was a loud proclamation by the Taiwanese people of how we want to have our Taiwanese identity respected, of how we hope to participate equally in foreign affairs, of how we remain determined to protect our hard-fought democracy and human rights. All while the PLA continues to have countless missiles pointed at Taiwan and its 24 million peace-loving people. All while they continue to increase its heavy-handed military intimidation. It is unfortunate and frustrating that despite Taiwan's triumphs, despite Taiwan's own government, own territory, own population, own sovereignty, strong commitment to human rights, democracy, and rule of law, it remains an international orphan, and its plight is often ignored by the global community because of the Chinese Communist Party's pressure. Yet, time and time again, Taiwan continues to relentlessly and courageously stand up against Beijing. In a time of rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific, it is ever more crucial for us all to stand together against Beijing's oppressive regime, and for the world to look at Taiwan not as a problem, but as an example of progress and freedom, a dear friend, and a trusted ally. It is time for concerned global citizens to stand with the people of Taiwan and to recognize their resilience in standing up against the CCP's authoritarianism and Taiwan's unwavering commitment to a more just and a freer world. Thank you.